Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war, I'll fight. Damn right. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything.
Here we go. Welcome back to the Professional StepDad Show. I am your host, Franco Zavala. Thank you very much for joining me. This is episode 99. We finally made it. We are here. One more episode to go. We reach 100. The 100th episode with Scott D. Henry will be released on the 30th. It's about an hour long. A lot of cool things to learn about Scott. Great conversation between him and I when it comes to like our lives and the shit that we've been through, the stuff that we're still going through consistently with our marriages and with our kids. I highly recommend you head over to SoundCloud, to Spotify, iTunes, watch it right here on YouTube. And with that being said, if you have not, please like, subscribe, share to the show, hit that notification button so you know when the new episodes are going to be coming out. This next year, we are going to be rocking and rolling. I've got a lot of big goals for this show, including some travel when it comes to speaking to large groups of not only stepdads, but moms and parents alike. Just having not random, but general conversations about this narrative and changing the step parent, how everybody sees us as step parents. So, the professionalstepdad.com is up and running. Please head over there, take a look at it. I also am open for recommendations, suggestions, and any ideas. Like I said, this platform is built for you. It's built to try to strengthen the information behind how to become a successful step parent. All right, so today's episode is a Q&A. I'm going to be answering one question from a stepdad who sent me a message. And I think it was a great one because it's something that I talk about throughout this whole 99 shows. And we're gonna touch on it today. I'm gonna read his question to you or to everybody, and then I'm gonna answer it. I'm not gonna say his name only because I don't really like to share names with individuals that send me questions unless they specifically say I can. So with that being said, here's the question. Okay, here we go. It says, in short, I was married for 31 years prior to my new marriage with 2 teenage boys to which I am a stepdad to. In summary, I'm feeling like a fence post in my new household after 3 years of marriage. No power, no control, no say. I sit back and watch, which created a heated argument to which essentially I threw up my hands or my arms, indicating perhaps I've had enough. So this is something that I talk about all the time. And this has to do with, first it has to do with 2 major things. First, it has to do with you. It has to do with how you see yourself and how you see your value. You say you're using descriptive words like you feel like a fence post, like you feel like you're stuck, like you don't have much say, almost like everybody walks around you. They use you to hang their coat on if they need to. But for the most part, you're just kind of like this useless item within the home, and you don't feel like not only do you don't feel like you're being valued, but you don't feel like anybody respects you. You don't feel like anybody wants to listen to you, especially you and your partner, right? So, which is why you have no say. You have nothing. None of your suggestions are landing. And here's the reason why. Number one, you are dealing with some hangups with yourself. You're dealing with some hangups with your personal development when it comes to you. What I mean by that is, how do you see yourself in this home? So like, let's say you were married for 31 years, and then now you've been in this new marriage for 3 years, and you don't feel like you've had, you don't feel like you're really gaining any traction. You have no common ground within the household. And a lot of that stems from your inability to move past any insecurities or fears that you have within yourself. Meaning, you have value. Let me just throw that out there to you, stepdad. You do have value. You do have worth. You are strong. You can be a contributing factor to how everything runs within your home. But if you don't fully believe that you can get there, if you don't fully believe that everybody's going to buy in on you, it's because you have not fully bought in on yourself. There's a lot of different reasons for this. Maybe you're still hung up on your last marriage. Maybe you have that foot out the door where you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I should stay. I don't know if I should go. I mean, I want to say something, but I don't want to say something. chances are you and your partner have not communicated properly with each other when it comes to the parenting factor and how to run a household. And it's really not that complicated of a scenario. It simply means that you must sit down, that you must take out a book, that you must write down your goals for the family, your goals for your relationship, and your goals for yourself. These are things that you have to lay out for the next year, the next 6 months, the next 1 month, the next 30, the next few days. You have to be consistently staying on top of these tangible goals that you want to reach. And when you don't have a target to aim for, how do you know where you're going? It's like a ship that sets sail. If there is no coordinates and they're just going to sail the open seas, they're going to fucking go nowhere. But when you have coordinates, you can take out your compass, you can plot your course, and away you go. And this is how it is in our blended families. We come in and we think, first of all, we think that we are going to affect real change and everybody's going to be so excited for me to be there. And that's just not the fucking case. And mainly because you're a stranger. Nobody knows who you are. Who the fuck do you think you are? You can just come in here and tell me what to do, tell me how to say, tell me how to speak, chores, discipline, all that stuff. You don't have any fucking power yet. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying like there's no trust built within your home. There's no trust yet. You haven't laid the groundwork. You haven't laid the foundation to develop this sense of camaraderie within the home, but yet you want all the accolades and all the love and the hoopla that go along with being respected, loved, valued, and understood within the home. You can't have that until you lay the foundation, until you lay the groundwork. Now, like I've said before in a lot of my different episodes, you can't lay a foundation using old fucking cement, meaning you can't bring your routines, your habits, and your values into your new blended family based off of who you were. So if you're laying this foundation with old ignorant shit, and you see that the house is being built on top of this old foundation, but it's wobbly, and with one heavy wind, this shit's gonna fucking tip over. It's because the foundation is not strong enough. You are laying a foundation using old material, and it won't work. So you've been in the home for 3 years now. You don't feel like you have a say. You don't feel like any, you feel like a post, like you said, you don't feel like you mean anything maybe. And let me just tell you, it's fucking stupid to think like that, and take that for what it's worth. You want to get mad at me for saying it's fucking stupid, then I don't give a shit. But it is fucking stupid because you're there. You've been there for 3 years. You're there for a reason. Why did you stay? Why are you still there? If all this is happening to you, why are you putting up with it? Are you putting up with it because deep down inside you know that shit, maybe it's me? Are you putting up with it because maybe deep down inside I have not properly laid the foundation. I haven't done the work. And the work comes with communication. It comes with a team building aspect of your relationship with you and your partner. You are not entering into some sort of a fucking business with your partner where, she does 70% of the parenting and the discipline, and you do 10%, and the other 20% is left up to the fucking, in-laws or something. That's not how it works. Parenting is a 50-50 split. Fucking point blank. It's a 50-50 split. But Franco, I don't know if, Biomom doesn't really, trust me to discipline and do it. Dude, I didn't say to beat the kids. I didn't say spanking and whippings. That's all fucking old school. Nobody does that anymore. Okay. I mean, I know I was disciplined that way. I mean, if you talk to my dad, you would have assumed that my dad was probably in a 12-round boxing match with his father every time they got disciplined, and he got, smacked upside the head with a fucking bat. That's just the way generations were. But where we currently are now, discipline has everything to do with the kids seeing the parents on an even ground, parenting equally, and having each other's back. That's what parenting is. That's called respect. That's how you gain respect. When you can get there, the kids will no longer test you. The kids will no longer push you to your limits because they're going to see, oh shit, wait a minute. So it looks like mom and the new guy, they're on the same page. So I can't just Okay, maybe I got to try a new thing. But again, your job is to work on you. Your job is to figure out why you use descriptive words that make you feel unworthy and unvaluable. And your job is to think, okay, how do I get rid of that old shit? How do I get rid of the old way of doing things? How do I get past this insecurity that I have about being a man, about being a father, about being a leader, about being a mentor, about being a dad, about being a parent? How do I get rid of that old way of thinking that I can and cannot do something? How do you move past that? Well, step one is identifying it. Identifying shit. Okay, I need to better me. I need to. And when you start to better yourself, you're going to quickly realize that most of your problems are self-inflicted. It's you, your imagination running away with you. And it's heading to this negative space, and then you fucking live there for a few days and you're depressed or you're pissed off or you want to walk away or you're silent, you're quiet, you disconnect from the family. You got to move fucking away from that. You have to. The kids, mom, they are telling you what they want if you learn how to listen. And the only way to learn how to listen is to learn how to communicate properly. Do you even know them? Do you know her? Shit, do you know yourself? When you begin that self-work and you start to build that process of becoming a better you, then you focus on your team. Sit down as a couple and say, this is what we want to accomplish as a couple. This is what we want to accomplish in our parenting, in our love life, in our spiritual life, in our health. Lay it out. Set a target. Take out your compass. Fucking plot the coordinates and move. Stop trying to shoot. Stop trying to navigate your way through your stepdad journey blindfolded. It won't work. It can't work. It's never fucking worked. Plot your coordinates. Set your, take out your, like I said, your compass and go. And you and your partner have to be on the same page. Is it going to be easy? No. Are you going to disconnect and argue through while this, as you progressively move forward? Fuck yeah, hell yeah, you are. Because if you're doing your work right, and then you let her know what you're doing, what the hope is that she'll start doing the same with her. Because remember, you might be in the house for 3 years, but you're still new. You're still like, there's still a lot to get to know about you and who you are. Oh, by the way, her heart is completely fucking guarded. It's locked up. It's got fucking metal plates around it, a key to get in, it's got an alarm system on it, because the last thing she wants to do is get her heart hurt, broken, and she's going to do everything possible not only to protect herself, but to protect her family. So start doing the work now to show her and show them that you actually fucking care about listening and communicating with them and bettering yourself, bettering your partnership, and all the rest will start to take care of itself. You'll see, I promise it works. I've done it. But if you can't do this, if you won't do this, I honestly believe that you'll either leave or you'll find a reason to say this is not working, and you'll blame it on everybody else. But look, just take some responsibility. Take some responsibility now and ask yourself, if I start changing me, if I start becoming better, if I start learning why I react and act a certain way, if I start understanding that shit, I got to get rid of this old shit. I got to lay a that is brand new and it's going to be solid. Then and only then can you begin to build this home. That's how it works. So I know it seems like a lost cause. I know it seems like nobody's going to change and nobody will give you a shot. And I know it seems like nobody gives a shit about what you think, say, or do. But believe me, they do. It's just not said out loud. And you have to understand that it's not about you. It's not. It's about them. And it's about trust. If you don't feel like you have any say in the parenting and within the home, it's because they don't trust you yet, because they don't see you doing the work to get better. I'm sorry, they just don't. When you develop real trust, slowly it begins to let go, and then trust is earned. right? So, I want you to get out of your fucking head about that. You are valued. You are worthy. You are needed in the home. But the new you is needed, not the old you. The new way of thinking is needed, not the old way. Your spouse, your partner, she desperately wants to accept all of you. But for some reason she's not, because she sees red flags, whether it's how you act, what say, your moods, whatever it is. She sees it and she's, no, not yet. I can't. No, I'm gonna guard it. I'm gonna guard it. I'm gonna guard it. Kids, same way. They're gonna feed off the energy. Teenage, adolescent, it don't matter. Feed off the energy is what they will do. Now imagine if you just took a step back and you said, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna work on myself. I'm gonna better me. I'm gonna become the very best fucking man, leader, mentor, father, and individual that people can depend on. I'm going to do that for me first. Do it for you, man. Trust me. Just do it for you. Become a better you, and people will notice. You will see. The negative thoughts will go away. You'll stop disappearing into that negative world, and you will come back into the reality in which you make, because your new reality is going to be based off of a foundation that includes new habits, new routines, new ways of thinking and looking. Your new family and your journey will then begin to mold itself in a way that has positive reactions from the kids, positive reactions from mom, from the family members, from the fucking friends and the others and the they, the them, all those shit. Trust me. But never, ever, ever fucking believe the bullshit, which is, I don't feel like I have any say within the family. Because you do. You absolutely have say. You absolutely can lead them into greatness. But you cannot lead them without knowing where you're going. Show them that you are plotting the coordinates to a great life and a great family in moments. Show them that you were plotting the course. Show them by working on you, by thinking, by acting, by speaking differently. Stop doing the dumb shit that you probably are doing, and take a step back and go, you know what, if I just listen, chances are this will benefit me a lot more than if I just fucking keep shooting from the hip, because I have no fucking idea where I'm going, because I've never laid out my goals for myself. Me and my partner have never sat down and laid out our goals for our relationship and how we want to challenge one another over the next year. These are the things you have to do. And if you don't, you'll lose. Period. So I hope you take that to heart, because I believe you're valuable. I believe you're worthy and needed and wanted. I believe you're there for a reason. You stuck around for 3 years. You're there 3 years. Think about that. It's not easy for anyone, but you're there. And I know it seems like 3 years and shit, like, fuck, does that mean I have to start from scratch? Yup. Does that mean you wasted the last 3 years? No. If you are man enough to take a step back and write down what you've learned over the last 3 years, it'll help you move forward, I promise. So, hope that helps. All right, guys, that is episode 99 of the Professional StepDad Show. Again, guys, I am so happy, blessed, grateful for each and every one of you for listening to the show, for watching the show, for sharing the show, and for sending in any recommendations, suggestions, questions. I love the questions, guys. Love them. I love making episodes with questions, Q&As. I love them. I love them. And that's what I plan to do when I step on stage and I talk to every one of you in person. I plan to just let you know who I am, and then I'm going to listen, because that's my job. That's my job, is to listen, to give you the very best advice that I feel that will work for you. Again, if you have not, please like, subscribe, share the show, hit that notification button, share with your friends and family, or anybody that needs to hear this show. And again, episode 100 with Scott D. Henry will be out on the 20th. I'm excited to share it with everyone. And Happy New Year to you all. I'll talk to you soon.
Damn right. Even when I've left, I do right by you. I'll be your everything.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.